Hey guys, we have a brand that's very familiar to you guys on the channel. We have Spinnaker watches, and we have the man behind the brand. We have Gavin. Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you?
How's it going? How are you finding the show?
It's great. It's really, really good.
Fantastic.
There's plenty of people around, so we're enjoying it, and yeah, lots of interest and lots of good collectors.
Yeah, well, look,
Great knowledge on the product.
Spinnaker have gone from strength to strength. I remember the initial contact I had with you guys all those years ago, and I have to say, you know, you're a great value proposition. What you get with Spinnaker is hard to match, isn't it? To be fair, at this price point.
It is, you know, being one of the micro brands, we understand it's important to the community because there's always a level of interest in terms of product. So we want to give the best we possibly can, give some nice finishing and detail, just to be part of their collections and look for new things as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. And like I always say to the guys on the channel, you guys are part of the Dartmouth Watch Group.
Correct, yes.
So you represent quite a few different brands, don't you? AV8, Banners, RGMT that we featured on the show.
Exactly.
And I have to say, they were weapons of a watch, weren't they, those RGMTs?
Those
but one
RGMTs
thing
are
I
a big
noticed, there's a certain quality about your product that I find across the board in terms of what you do. But is there anything in particular? I can see something on your wrist that I always get requested. Do you want to talk about that piece?
So this is the Picard. This was released and actually did very well, so it actually sold out pretty much straight away. So this is the second generation. So we have obviously the very high dome crystal. So this is a 300 fathom piece, so 550 meters.
But look at that sapphire crystal. So what is that? A dome sapphire crystal?
So dome sapphire crystal.
Yeah.
And then a ceramic bezel.
Ceramic bezel. And that's what, 600 meters? 500?
So 550 meters, so
wow,
300
fantastic.
fathoms.
Fantastic, sir, fantastic. And what's the price point of that?
So on this is £430, so it's
that's great value, isn't it?
Fantastic watch in terms of value. Helium escape as well, so you're really getting great value for money all the way around.
And what sort of movement is this watch hosting?
So within the range, normally you'll see that most of them are sort of NH35s that we have in the range. With the new Haas, we have a different movement because it's day date, so that's the NH16. So a really consistent level in terms of product quality and movement.
Fantastic. And look, I'm quite familiar with these watches, guys. I really highly recommend them. They're very good quality pieces indeed. And I always say, in terms of a value proposition, getting something with this sort of design and aesthetic is hard to find at this price point.
Thanks, Steve.
You know, for that sort of.
That's great.
I remember, like, you were using Solitas, weren't you, at one point? You do use Swiss as well.
It depends on the brand that we have. So we can use Swiss movement. Most now, in terms of the price ranging that we're at, which is really between 185 and 400 for the majority of what you see here. That ostensibly we're using the NH movement, so we're using Japanese. So something that's got plenty of quality, very robust in terms of movement, and something that's going to be at the price point that we can do. Obviously, if we went into Swiss movement, obviously it would increase the price significantly.
And this is, I think I've got one of these coming onto the show, the Haas.
Yes, so this is the family here.
This is fantastic.
So 4 different colour variations, really nice dial detail, sapphire crystal. You can see where we do actually have coloured bezels. We're using a ceramic bezel.
Fantastic, fantastic.
And a lovely polished and brushed bracelet.
And Gavin, thank you for giving us a summary and insight into the brand. How far have you travelled out of curiosity today?
3 miles.
3 miles? Local lad. Local lad. Well, it's good to know, good to know. Look, we'll catch up soon, Gavin. Maybe we'll get a little get together.
Great, absolutely.
You know, and you know, I've got a lot of subscribers that buy your watches on the channel. I think there's got one guy called Greggy Boy.
Yep.
Don't know if he's come to see you already. He's a big fan as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jim Jones, the Watch Gang. Big shout out to all of you guys. I know you guys are real Spinnaker enthusiasts, and we've started the Spinnaker Watch Addiction group where we've got nearly 2,500
amazing
followers in the group that I created on behalf of what I do with you guys. So if you're a big Spinnaker fan, don't forget to join the Facebook group. Don't forget you can get good discounts via the DeeTimeLove channel and through Spinnaker, obviously. But I love working with you guys. Thanks for your time, Gavin, and I wish you all the success, sir.
Great, cheers.
Fantastic, thank you. Hey guys, we're going to take a closer look at Zero West, and we have...
I'm Andrew.
Andrew, how's it going?
One half of Zero West.
How's it going?
Great show.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How you finding it so far?
Oh, love it. It's a really relaxed vibe. Everybody's super happy to be here. The environment, it's great. Feels really cool.
It's like one big family that's grown over the years.
Made new friends already in the last couple of hours.
Fantastic.
So seen lots of customers and met new potential customers. It's great. Really, really cool vibe.
Fantastic. And as you guys know, that the event is basically based on the Divers Facebook group that's got over 65,000 followers. So you're in a very good place. The guys within the group and the people that are attending from the DeeTimeLove channel generally have a love for watches, whether it's aviation or divers watches or chronographs, vintage inspired, whatever it may be. Believe me, there's going to be an interest in your timepieces. Now, I want to start off by saying, first of all, I really love the look of your stand. You really have gone all out, haven't you, here, I have to say. Talk me through a little bit about the brand, the history, how it all started.
Well, I've got a friend, the other half of Zero West, Graham. He's an ex-military engineer, and he's always talked to me about designing his own watch. And in 2016, he sent me the render for the metalwork of a watch, and he said, "What do you think?" And rather than emailing just back, my background's branding, graphics, typography. We're both watch nutters. I designed him a dial and a logo, and I sent it back to him in an advert. And he just emailed back saying it was a bit tongue-in-cheek. Do you want to set up a watch brand? And we met up soon after, and we realised what he could do, I couldn't do, and maybe we could, with our combined skills, set up a brand.
Fantastic, and there you have it. I mean, obviously, what's on the tin is aviation inspired, but your watches have got a little bit more to them. They've got a bit of history behind them. Do you want to talk through some of the timepieces that you want to showcase on the channel today?
So, for instance, this one here is a Hurricane watch. It's based on a slip-turn indicator from a Hurricane, and what's very unusual about this watch is that in the back of it, let me take the back of it apart. We have some melted down Merlin engine casing from the Hurricane that crashed in Essex on the hardest day of the Battle of Britain.
Oh wow. Okay.
All our watches have a latitude and longitude and date code, and they reference a moment in history.
Well look, I am a bit of an aviation geek. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but there's nothing that I enjoy more than going to the RAF Museum in Colindale and looking at the cockpits. I got in trouble with my dad because I jumped in I think it was a Spitfire, wasn't allowed in the museum. But that's what I'm like. I'm really fascinated by aviation, to be fair. And I would say your dials are like they've come from the cockpit. Now, in terms of that one you just showed me, what is that inspired by exactly?
So we were lucky to obtain the original dial from the original plane.
So this has got parts from the original?
Yeah, in the back. So the metal from the engine.
Fantastic.
We melted it down.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And the dial is based on a slip-turn indicator from a Hurricane, a Battle of Britain Hurricane. So we do an awful lot of research, a lot of design work. It takes to bring a watch to life.
Yes.
Probably about eight months to a year, depending on the story. We do an awful lot of research. It's really important to us that.
What sort of movement does this watch host?
So we use a mixture of ETA movements, ETA 2824s. Some of our watches have got the high.
So you've got 2824, so you're not using Salita.
Some of our watches have Salita in. This one has 2824s.
Okay.
And we also use Valjean movements in the chronographs.
Oh, fantastic!
And some of them have the high spec SW500. But
fantastic.
All our own case designs. We hand make the leather straps in house.
Amazing. That's your business partner who does that.
Graham, yeah.
Fantastic.
So he took it upon himself when we couldn't find a strap manufacturer that could make them to the quality that we were looking for or in the small quantities we wanted. And a good example will be this one here.
Fantastic.
So this is Horween leather with recycled World War II canvas.
Amazing.
Yeah, we've got a whole workshop at the studio. It's a real art. This one will take around about just over 3 hours to make with the other side as well.
Fantastic. And in terms of price point, what are we looking at here?
They start at 2,650.
Okay, not bad,
and they go up to, so for instance, this watch here has a piece of Aston Martin DBR1 in it, in the back. I've got to show you the back of that. It's really cool.
It's good timing because I don't know if you've seen my new Time to Drive channel.
Yes, I have.
We're working with, Hexagon Cars, the Spline Hub. There's a lot of synergy there. I think they'd love that. I think you should, maybe you can exhibit there as well.
That'd be amazing.
Oh, look at that.
So that has a piece of drive shaft under the reverse printed sapphire crystal.
Fantastic.
From Aston Martin DBR1 that Sterling Moss drove in 1958. at the Tourist Trophy, and we're only making 58 of these watches.
Amazing.
And that one retails for
really,
$3.5.
I've had some questions, right? A lot of people, well, they don't make a lot of watches. They're quite pricey, but now that you've got some real substance behind what you've got actually a real piece of Aston Martin, you've got a real plane from World War II, for God's sake. You're buying a bit of history.
You are, and we, you know, not all watches are equal. Our case designs, there's a lot of work in these. It's our own designs.
Can I hold that?
Of course you can.
Well, straight away, there's got a bit of heft to it, hasn't it? I have to say. You can see the craftsmanship. It's got a good like satin finish there, guys, as well.
A lot of the parts we make as well aren't made in normal.
So you've got like some beveling there as well, haven't you? So there's a lot of workmanship behind
it's all
them.
custom crystals.
Yep.
Even the screws, they're all our own.
Fantastic.
Even the back screws.
Well, I love to see that you're a British brand. Yeah. And you're sticking. You're not going after like hype design. You've got your own theme, which is absolutely great.
Our house style was really important to us, and we are not looking to be a big brand. We're looking to keep it small, with small quantities. And once we've sold out of a design, you know, we're working on a 2-year rolling design process at the moment.
Fantastic. I see the straps as well. What you're saying, the quality is good, isn't it? I mean,
that's aerospace FKM.
Fantastic. So, if anyone's interested on the channel, if they're thinking about buying any of your timepieces, what would be the best way to contact you and inquire about any individual piece that they've shown interest in?
Through the website, which is zerowest.co.uk. We're predominantly an internet brand, but we work out of a beautiful design studio, which is an old boathouse.
I've seen that.
Down between Chichester, and so we have a lot of customers. We had a customer down from Manchester last month.
Fantastic.
It's a long trip, but you know, it's part of the buying experience. We've got this beautiful studio. You know, they were there for about nearly 3 hours. We went for lunch.
Amazing.
Picked up their watches. You know, we're enthusiasts just like they are. So
fantastic.
It's sort of part of what we do.
And how far have you travelled to be here today?
It took about an hour and 20. It was quite close for us. It was really smooth just up the A3. So yeah.
And look at that car. Look, so you guys are aviation and classical cars, like inspired,
Yeah.
So,
aviation, cafe racer, land speed records.
And have you got that bullhead one? I quite like that bullhead.
I can't show you. It's being launched on Thursday.
Oh, right, okay.
It is.
Sorry, guys.
It's under here.
There you go. Look, there is an exclusive.
I'll give
brilliant. No, well,
I'll give you some footage after.
Fantastic. Look, I love the way you've set up your stand as well. Really in fitting with the brand. There's a nice theme going on here. And I think that a lot of the guys that are going to, as the channel grows on Time to Drive, I think there's going to be a real emphasis on these kind of timepieces. And I mean, look, you know, one of the guys there, the car that I videoed on the recent, I can't mention his name, but he's a watchmaker that used to work for AP.
Wow.
And that was his Bentley on consignment. So it was fantastic. But I have to admit, guys, look, the detailing on these are amazing. No, fantastic. Good luck with it all, guys. And
thanks very much. Really appreciate you coming to see us.
Yeah, we hope to see you grow and see you next year.
Look forward to it. Thanks.
Fantastic, sir. Thank you.
Ready.
Hey, guys. So, hello there.
Hi, how are you?
Now, not too bad. How are you finding the show?
Pretty good. It's nice to see a lot of people again. Some old faces, some new faces.
Fantastic. And I believe you've exhibited here before. I recollect you've been here before. So tell me, what brands are you representing today?
So today we have Emile Chou Geneve, based from Geneva, independent Swiss manufacturer. They have approximately 60% of ladies' watches and 40% of gents. Some interesting complications. That one is a moon phase chronograph, a power reserve.
And what movement do these host?
Majority are ETA-based movements.
ETA-based, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, and then they obviously do their own decoration, and some watches they do their own in-house modification. So, for example, this one is the Héritier. Basically, you tell the time through the windows, so rotating discs. And then this one is in-house complication. It's moon phase, the mother of pearl disc is the moon, which obviously rotates 29 days.
Fantastic! That's amazing.
That's an
amazing.
in-house modification.
And what sort of price point are we looking at for these timepieces?
The starting price for Emile Chou Geneve is £600.
£600. Okay.
For what we have on display, this is the highest at £3,500.
Yep.
But they do have 18-karat gold models, which go up into the £15,000.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you've got a mixture here of ladies and gents watches. I can see here as well.
Yes.
Fantastic. And what have we got here? Is this like some sort of master collection?
So this is another brand. This is
Epos,
our other brand.
Fantastic. Okay.
established in 1983.
Fantastic.
With the sole intention of creating only automatic or hand-wound movements, no quartz whatsoever.
Fantastic. So this is manual wind, this one, yeah?
This is a manual wind.
Okay, so talk me through this timepiece. First of all, what's its price point?
So this one is £2,100.
Okay.
It's called the Epos Verso 2.0.
Right.
What they've done is they've taken a unitas movement,
okay,
and they have modified it to put the hour and minute hand through the movement to the back of the movement, and then they've fitted the movement into the case inversely. So what you would normally see, the intricacies of the hand-wound movement at the back of the watch, you can see that on the front.
Fantastic.
Of the watch.
Can we have a look at the case back?
Absolutely.
To see what this movement looks like?
Let me take the plastic off so you can see it nice and clearly. So we have there.
Oh yeah, look at that. Very nice. Some sort of Guiseppe engine turning finishing there.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah. Movement. And then this is the emotion case,
right,
with the grooved sides and then screwed straps. And on the back they've left the second hand there.
So what's that, like the power reserve, yeah?
No, that's the second hand.
Right.
Small
seconds. Okay, fantastic.
And they've engraved what is basically a pulsometer, so you can measure your pulse.
Oh wow, fantastic.
Something interesting.
That's something different. A bit different, a bit of innovation, isn't
exactly. Something fantastic. A little bit different. This is a limited edition piece. There were 888 pieces, and this one is number 97.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, you see you've got a lot of timepieces here. And for someone who's interested in either brand, what would be the best way to contact you in regards to inquiring about any individual timepiece that they've seen on the show, sir?
So they can contact us on our website or on our email, so mode9uk.com, that's us.
Fantastic.
And then obviously email either Amit or KSM at mode9uk.com.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. But on our website, you've got the contact us form. Send us an email to inquiries.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you so much. I'm glad to see how the brands are progressing. Great to see you at the show.
Thank you very much.
How are you finding the show, first of all?
It's a much nicer space than last time, definitely.
Yeah, a lot bigger,
brighter,
isn't it? Yeah.
A lot bigger. Yeah, it's lovely. It's a really nice atmosphere.
Fantastic.
Great
fantastic.
to be out after COVID.
Fantastic. Brilliant stuff. Well, look, a pleasure as always, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one, sir.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
You
Thank
too.
you so much.
Thank you.